on your knees and pray about it. That's exactly what we're going to have to do today. The hair coach, Deshaun Bullard, is going to be joining us. Say, hey, Deshaun.
Hello, Sister Morgan.
How are you today?
I am wonderful.
Good. Now, when we come back from commercial break, and let me tell you something, you don't want to miss this. Today, we're going to be talking about fact or fiction. The real deal about hairstylists. You got a question about your stylist? Want to know something? And stylists, if you're listening, just turn it up so the whole shop can hear this discussion today, because you're going to call in. I know you are. I know you want to get in on this one. 1-888-467-7754. That is the number. Write it down and put it on speed dial in case you need to give us a call. That's 1-888-467-7754. I'll be right back with the hair coach.
It's time for Let's Talk Hair. Let's Talk Hair with Deshaun Bullard. Every Monday, Deshaun will educate, advise, and simply enlighten you about hair care, maintenance, and styles. And now, Deshaun Bullard with What's Hot with Your Hair.
Hey, Deshaun, it is Monday once again. You and I are together, and boy, the phones are already jumping. Everybody wants to talk about their stylist.
Yes. This is a hot topic.
Well, I guess it's a needful topic as well.
It is.
Because most of us have a stylist, and the important thing is you got to feel comfortable with your stylist.
You do.
So what do you have for us this week?
Well, Sister Morgan, I think the reason why I wanted to have this conversation is to actually dispel some myths about hairstylists as well.
Okay.
I was at a meeting this weekend, and a young lady came up and said she had written a book on natural hair and that she was producing this book and it was out there. And so after the meeting was over, I kind of went to her and I said, "Oh, so you're a licensed hairstylist?" And she said, "No."
What?
And so I said, "You wrote a book about hair and you're not a licensed hairstylist?" And so I thought about it and I said, if you can't write a book about law if you're not an attorney or a lawyer, and you can't write a book about medicine unless you're a doctor. So with this whole natural hair craze, I think the problem is that the beauty industry or hairstylists have maybe been misrepresented, and people don't really understand that in order to be a licensed hairstylist, now this is the fact.
Okay.
In order to be a licensed hairstylist in the United States of America, you must go to school and become licensed.
Okay.
And I don't think people understand that we are licensed by the state that we perform our duties in. And so if we understood that, then I don't think that people will write books, in an industry where the state says that you can't really, she said that she did hair coaching, where if you're not licensed, by law, you can't do hair coaching. So that would make her illegal.
Oh, good Lord.
So I wanted to give that fact that when you are entering into a salon and someone is performing hair services on you, look for that piece of paper. Every state, all of the 50 states in the United States of America, we have to go to a state board and take an exam. And once we take that exam, we are therefore, we have that stamp of approval from the state to say that we can go out and we can give hair coaching, we can give advice because we have taken the necessary steps and have gotten to, sat down and had the necessary class hours to perform these services. So that is a fact. There is no one standing up, or there should not be anyone standing up performing hair services without a license. So that is a fact that I want everyone to know, that we went to school, and the work is not easy, Sister Morgan.
I believe it.
If I had to do a reality show, I would do a reality show on beauty schools just so they could see what we have to learn in order to service them, because it's a lot. It's not just coloring and cutting and styling. I mean, we have to learn things like the bones of the face, the bones of the neck, the scalp, like what you call the dermis, the epidermis. We have to know about primary colors, secondary colors, tertiary colors, things that the average person would not know about.
Okay.
Because many people don't know my background. I have a degree in computer science, and when I decided to, get into the beauty industry back a long time ago, I'm not going to tell my age. When I went to school and they started putting this stuff out here, I started saying, wait a minute, I've already been to college. I just want to do hair. And so it was so much science. We even have to learn like how hairstyles look on round face, oval shaped face. There's so much science that we have to learn. So I wanted everybody to know that your hairstylist should have gone to school to receive her certificate in order to perform services on your hair.
And if they have not,
that means that they are illegally working in the salon unless they are working as an apprentice under a stylist.
Okay.
Because some states do have that. Well, where stylists don't have to go to school. They can actually work under a licensed cosmetologist to receive, hours to perform services.
Okay, all right. So there you go. Now, and I guess the next thing is not only if you don't see that document on the wall, ask.
Ask.
Don't be afraid to ask.
And the law states that when you walk into a salon, that this license should be visible. So in some salons, it's visible at the front desk area. If it's not visible at the front desk area, it should be visible on the stylist station.
Exactly.
Some of the stylists have it on their mirror, or they have it in like a little picture frame.
Yes.
Sitting on the station. You've seen that. So by law, it must be visible. If you don't see it, be leery, because that means they are what we call in our industry kitchen-ticians, people who perform services at home, and they are performing services in an environment that is not lawful.
Well, see, we can't have folks messing up your hair unknowingly. That's the thing. So we've got to be proactive and find out. All right, let's get on the phones and see if we can talk to somebody, because I'm sure you want to talk to somebody, right?
Yes, I do.
All right. Hi there.
Hello.
Hi. Do you have a question for the hair coach?
I do. I just fired my hairstylist, and I'm looking for someone else, to do my hair. My question is, what should I look for specifically? Because the one that I fired, when I went to her, I've been going to her for 3 years. And I told her what I wanted, but she refused to give me what I want. She gave me something else. And so I was not happy, and I never went back. So my question is, what should I look for? What should I ask for when I pick a hairstylist?
Okay, let me ask you this question too. Do you know what the reason was why your stylist did not give you what you asked for?
Well, it's because she said at this time she thinks this will look cute on me. She wanted to give me this type of hairstyle that will look nice on me. But I am the one that's paying the money. I tell you what I want.
Okay.
You don't tell me what I should get.
So it wasn't a question of whether or not it was a health issue with your hair. It was a style issue.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
That's why this is very important, because the first thing that anyone should look for is that piece of paper that I said, because we don't know if this person had a license or not, because we are taught in school system, Morgan, that she is correct. We are the servants. It's just like going into a restaurant. They can't tell you what food you should have just by looking at you, that you need vegetables. They can't just put any type of food on your plate. So when you come into the salon, we are taught, that's the first thing that they teach us in Cosmetology 101. They teach us how to deal with the customers, how to relate to the customers, and understanding that we are just the servants and that the person who pays is the boss. So after you look for that piece of paper, then go and have a consultation. Talk to them. Let them tell you about what they think, and then you tell them about what you think, and then they will give you an honest opinion.
Okay.
About how you should wear your hair. But she is correct. In our salon, if someone came into me and asked for a style that I didn't think was becoming, or if I didn't think would suit them, there's a way that I've been trained in cosmetology school to communicate with the customer to kind of make us have a, get on one accord.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? To get on, and some people are uncouth, and even though they've gone to school, they just don't really have, the personal traits, people skills, personal skills, But these are things we learn in school, even with the personal skills. So there are ways that we can mesh that in with each other and try to find a common median to give the customer ultimately what he or she wants.
Okay.
So the consultation is very important. And then seek a couple of them. Don't go to one. It's just like we do with doctors. You get one consultation from one doctor, and then you say, well, I'm going to go get a second opinion. So then find someone else where you can get a second opinion. And if a third is necessary, do that as well.
Now, interesting enough, with this particular client, she said her issue was style and not a health issue. So if it was a real health issue with her hair, maybe it wasn't healthy enough to support the style she wanted, or she had some scalp issues, whatever it may have been.
Right.
Would that be a different scenario?
Yes, it would be a different scenario, but then I think the customer will kind of understand, because when a customer is in a situation where they have scalp or hair issues, they kind of are a little bit different. But, it is what it is. We are here to serve the customer, and we can give our personal advice. If we don't like it, we're still going to perform the service, because if you like it, what do we say? We love it.
That's it. That's all there is to it.
at your desk, in your car, and at home. The First Lady is on your radio.